Hi everyone. Yeah. So I just wanted to recap a little bit about uh, the video that I posted of the pond and the small forest, so to speak. Not really a forest, but trees and pitching a tent and everything. And it was kind of cool to do that because I wasn't even expecting to do it. Uh, I mean, I was. I mean, in a way, I was, but not from the time that I left to go drive, right? So I was like, when I went to go buy a few tools for camping, like one thing I didn't mention was uh, um, the the uh, one of the things that it was like to take the you know the hooks out of the fish when I would do it, like the snips and all that. And I bought like a flashlight and all that, and I bought a sleeping tent. I'm tired, so I'm just trying to recap of everything that I did. And um, yeah, so that's gonna be like my first start of my journey. So you can all see in my video that I posted. Whoever watched that, how Chelsters watched it. Tommy Rogers said good post. Um, and I can't remember everyone, but it was great. So and one of the great things about that post that I made was uh, that I remember was that, and I remember this all the time. So when I see the moon in the sky at the same time with the sun still out there, that totally disproves the heliocentric model. And if you study, not study, but if you learn and study the heliocentric model with the sun rotating and the sun going into the moon, or I'm sorry, into the sun, uh, that moon should not be underneath the ball, right? Uh, I'm not going to go into scientific evidence, but it's just it doesn't make any common sense. Why? Because the best common sense is that uh, the best common sense is that the uh, the the globe, or whatever they want to call it, the globe, or the this ball Earth, it doesn't rotate. So it's kind of crazy how they come up with these things. So but thank you all for whoever Chelsters, Tommy Rogers, and um um whoever viewed the video. It's great. It was and you know and here, I want to show you this. Actually, I want to show you. Actually, now that I'm live, I want to show you this. I haven't opened it up yet, but it's a sleeping bag. So I bought it, but I know there's ways of doing it um naturally. But I decided, since I'm like sort of a beginner, right, by myself, because other people have taught me this. This is the first time I'm opening up this bag, right? This sleeping bag. So let's see, where is it? I'm gonna get a hold of this out of here. Hold on, trying to figure it out here. Oh, there it is. I opened it up. Oh, let it fall out, I think. I'm sorry. I know it's taking a long time. Maybe you might not like this video because, like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm trying. I'm trying. See if there's a zipper. No, there's no zipper. Uh, shoot. Is there something I can grab inside? Maybe just the edge. There it is. I got it. All right. So I bought the sleeping bag. Okay. And it feels soft. It feels like a warm blanket. I'm smelling it and it's fine. It feels good. So I just have to open it up, right? So I'll test it out. Again, um, in in a way, I'm a beginner. In a way, I'm a beginner, so I just have to test this out. And it feels really soft, so it's good. It feels like a blanket. Oh wow! I opened it up for the first time. That's cool. This feels good. I'll test it out tonight. Wow, that's nice. So I feel like this is good. Uh, yeah. So thank you all for. And this is the bag. I have to relearn how to put it in. See how small this bag is. See how small this bag is, and it turns into like this huge thing, right? And you can fold it into any way you want to, and that's the really cool thing about this sleeping bag. That now I feel like I bought a really good sleeping bag. So, and I could have bought like a few different ones, uh, but I totally like this one. This one now that I opened it up for the first time, it's really cool. So, I can't wait to do it. I can't honestly. When I posted that video, it was like really cool because uh, I didn't even expect to do that video because I was just trying to buy things to keep my journey going on with this. And I call it whatever you want to call it. I call it camping, but I call it survival mode because I'm so sick of this government system. It's crazy, man. This government system is nuts. And I'm sick of people trying to control you. Uh, the law, here in America, and I know other people or other countries in America, or not America, but other countries like Europe or Africa or um, maybe even Scotland or Australia. Doesn't matter what country you live in. The government system is a world government system, and I'm sick of it. I'd rather live or die. I'll say it this way. I'll be very direct with it. I'd rather live or die without the government system. It's that simple for me now. So I just thought I'd, when I shared that video, I was like, you could see that I was like being real. I was just like, I was showing you where I'm going to do it. And I'm going to post another video or maybe a live stream. But I don't know if there's going to be Wi-Fi on my laptop. So, but if not, I'll just post a video of how after I set up my tent, and and then I'll show a video of how I did that, and then after that, I'll show a video of how I cleared out all the branches and all the everything that was in there when I walked into the broken trees and everything. So one thing I didn't, one thing I thought about after I posted that video, I was like, you know what? I think they're trying to clear that up for more properties. And I thought maybe that's why they're doing it. So I might get arrested for that because then I'm unlawfully uh, trespassed. But until then, I'm gonna do it. So, and when you watch my video, or whoever, I know people who watch my video. Um, until then, I'm gonna do my thing, and I have like two or three more places that I can go to. That I can set up my tent and my camping ground, so to speak. And let me see. Let me see if I can show you because since I'm live, I know this video is gonna see. You can see my closet. So I'm not gonna bring all those clothes in my in my bags and everything. I want to show you something that I bought. I think I. Hold on. Give me a second. It's not in my bag yet. All right. So it should be. Where did I put it? I have so many things here to consolidate these things. Um. All right. I did. Okay. I'll just explain it to you. Um. I did buy a serrated knife. Okay. A long one, like about this long, right? Because I watched a channel about fishing, and he lives like, I don't even know what language that is, but he lives in like the mountains, in the cold mountains. And he has like this log, what is it called? A log house. And then he had like three log houses or log homes, and he built them by himself. And I was impressed, and it was in the winter. And he caught like 12 or 15 fish or something like that. Whatever the number is, it didn't matter. But he cut them. When he cut them in a serrated knife. He cut the tops off, the all the whatever they're called. See, that's how new I am. He cut off all um, the tops off, and then he just sliced the 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 stomach out, right? And then just split them in half, and then he used his own hands to get the guts out. And I don't know where he put the guts out, but he put them somewhere. And I don't know what he made out of 'em. I'm sure he used some of it to do soup or something or whatever. And then uh he did it like for 15 fish or 12, 15 fish. And then he used like steak knives. Not steak knives. He used what do they call what he did? See, I'm so tired. So what he did was he used wood. He sliced woods to make them sharp, right? And then he staked them into the ground. And he did like however many he did, and then he put like coal and then wood, and then he cooked them that way. And then I was like impressed. I was like, wow, I'm gonna try that. I mean, I have a serrated knife now. I wish I could show you, but I don't know where I put it. Um, Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. Happy Georgia. Hey, happy Georgia. Good to see you. So, see, I haven't opened this yet. This is the flashlight that I'm going to use in the light. Um, my serrated knife is right here. So it's see, it looks crazy, right? But once I open it, which I'm not, I can still put this covering back for my own protection. But it is a serrated knife. So when I cut that fish, I'm gonna use it if especially if it's a big fish. I'm gonna cut like it's gonna be really easy. So I was really impressed about how he did it. And when you're surviving out there, in fact, you know what? Now that I'm on the live stream, I'm gonna open it right now. Let's see if I can find my scissors, something. Maybe just break it with my own hands, but I can't. I need something. Hold on. But yeah, thank you, Happy Jojo. Hey, how are you, brother? I hope you're all good. Anybody who's joining, hope you're all good. I love you all. I'm just talking about my journey here. I'm trying to cut this right now. Um, good, good. I know you're from Australia, right? So, hope all is good there. Not just that, but just wait. How's life on your side of the planet? Plane, plane. Good. I'm glad you said plane, because I made that mistake of saying planet. They added T to the plane, and we live on a plane. Okay, so I finally cut. So I finally cut it. So see if I can just put this aside for a bit. So this I finally cut it, and I've been looking for something like this for a long time for my journey. So I'm gonna unfold it for the first time. All right, so here. So here's the serrated knife. So I'm gonna cut my fish this way, or with this serrated knife, and it feels sharp. So I'm not gonna cut myself at all. I'm just letting you know that it is serrated. That's what I've been looking for a while. You know how much it cost me? 97 cents. That's it. People do not realize how cheap it is to survive. So I'm just putting it, see, and I can protect myself. I can hold it, but it's serrated, right? They're cheap, exactly. When I saw this, I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I went to the camping area, and they didn't have. Why don't camping areas have this? You know why? Because they're not actually camping or surviving. They bring their own food, and they can go on the internet whenever they want. But they're not actually survive. They're not actually like cutting their own fish, or whatever they want to. I don't like anime and land animals. And it's kind of crazy how people. I can't. The thing for me is I can't hear land animals scream. And I've heard that before, like goats. So I wouldn't be able to do that. Uh, so I guess maybe that's one of the reasons why I would prefer to fish. Actually, the real thing is, or two things is, I would actually prefer to eat berries and apples and things from a tree, but they don't do that anymore around here. You know, farmers. There's farmers that take over that, and they make money off that. So yeah, it's kind of painful to think about that, but it's true. That's part of how we live, or how we have lived, or in any other country that you live in. It's just that's the way it is. I mean, you know, farming is not just living; it's a business. So farmers are they're not just about living. It's a business. So food is a business. It's not about survival mode anymore. It's about making money. So when you go to a store, I'm going to say this again. I've said this many times. When you go to a store, you pay for food, right? That's already pre-made for you. So you're paying taxes for the government, sales tax for that food that was already prepared for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, farming is also a way of life too. Farming is also a way of life, right? I agree with you. Um, but also think about. I want just think about this. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying think about this. What about companies that want to make money off of farmers, and they say grow 100 acres of corn? Can a farmer or one person or a family eat that much food? No, they sell it. So it becomes a business. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not angry at farmers. They're doing a great job. I'm just saying that sometimes farmers get caught into the business, which they are. But you know what? You know what I love about farmers that are small farmers? Um, they just want to live. They don't care about companies. They don't care about business. They're just surviving. And I'm trying to go back. See, I'm 50 years old, right? So, and so I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying my journey is going somewhere that is going to go back to the way we I was born to survive. So, right. Okay. So happy Georgia, you're saying farmers across the world are in serious trouble becoming endangered species. Well, I think what you're trying to say is that um let me think for a second, because I know the one thing I'm thinking of now that you said that was uh people like I'll say this, McDonald's, right? McDonald's and so many other fast food restaurants, uh and they put like all kinds of steroids and things into animals, chickens and whatever, to grow a business. So it's not natural food anymore. I think that's the way. I think I understand what you're saying. So I don't know if that's what you mean. That's I don't know. That's the way I understand it. Because fast food restaurants, it's not farm anymore. It's about putting injection and injections into chickens, to make them grow, and then just you know, uh, it's become a business now. So, like for example, like I've gone fishing before when I was a kid, and when I gone fishing and I caught a fish or many fishes, I've caught many fish, so I know how to fish. But you know, um, when I caught a fish, there was no product that I put into it. I just cut it and then you know uh, cook it, cooked it, and then grilled it, whatever way I wanted to do it, and then and that was natural, right? Yeah, I killed a fish, right? But it happens all the time. I mean, you know, uh, so but yeah, farmers are getting yeah, it's they're in serious trouble. Uh, they're in trouble in the sense that it's become a business. At least that's the way I think about it. So, but I understand what you're saying in some way. So, so yeah. So anyway, the video that I posted was about me farming, or not farming, but putting up a tent. Um, I'm not farming. I'm not going to put any. Um, I'm not going. to You can't farm in there. Uh, but it was a video about me exploring this, uh, camp, or not camp, but the tent that I might put up, which I will put up. And one thing I didn't talk about in the video, and I will talk about it now, was that okay, yeah. So yeah, so I am on. If you here for your for the comments, yeah. If you watch my video that I posted earlier, and it's a video where I bought a few things like the needle nose pliers, and to unhook a fish when I catch it, and I'm gonna grab it with my own hands, and I'm going to let it sit, and if I catch another one, which should be small gill, right? Um, but if it's not, it's great. If I don't catch anything else, it's okay. I'm gonna bring some water, natural water with me, and survive that way. But I'm gonna keep trying to fish and reel them in. And if I do, what I'm gonna do is I learned from a video that I watched that you don't have to, uh, you don't, you can use two sticks, and um, or three sticks or four sticks, however many fish you want to eat, and you can prop them into the sticks, and then build a fire around it or in it, and then they cook on their own. And you can slice. You can sort of They sort of cook on their own, and then you can sort of you don't even need utensils or a fork or anything. You just pick it off your fingers, right? Because they become soft, and it's actually good for you as far as protein. So yeah. So here for the comments, you are on your journey now. Yeah. Here for comments, if you um if you saw my channel, you saw my last video that I posted, and it was like you saw me walking around the pond where I'm gonna be uh, fishing, and I tried to look for a fish, uh, and but I didn't see any. But it's cold out there right here. It's like 30. It was. 37 or something degrees Fahrenheit. Uh, in Celsius, it's like, what is it? 4 or 5 degrees Celsius or something like that. Uh, yeah. So welcome here for the comments. Where are you from here for the comments? Since you joined my live stream, I'm just asking if you don't. I always America. Where from in America? Because I'm unfortunately I'm from the USA. I don't like this country, but Ohio. Okay, good. I thought about traveling west, but I'm not gonna say what state because I want to find a warm uh state. Or I always thought about traveling in that direction. Uh, especially when it gets warmer. Right now, it's like if you saw my video, I was cold. It was like 37 or 38 degrees or whatever it was. Um, yeah, I don't like Australia either. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. You know, like, um, yeah, like I've never been to Australia. I don't have a passport, you know. Uh, but you know, I think like for me, I can walk through another country in America, which is like Canada and New Mexico, or even, I'm sorry, not New Mexico, but actual Mexico. I can walk through there without going through the whole government system of saying, "Do you have a passport?" You can walk through there. You can walk through Canada. I'm not gonna swim. I can't swim to through the ocean, right? Sorry, but yeah. So yeah. Well, here for comments, America. Thank you. All right, all right. I'm gonna make you a mod. Um, uh, get sort of buffer. I'm gonna make you a mod. I'm trying to. I'm not sure why not. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. So here for a comment is now a mod. So just remember to be careful, be kind to everyone, to all the other mods and other people. Um, that's what a mod should do. Good person should do is the best way I can say it. So, all right, good. So, yeah, good. I'm glad you joined. And hear my comments and happy JoJo. We've known each other for a bit. I'm not sure how long, but uh, but one of the things with Happy JoJo is, and here I'm in America, right? But I love meeting or understanding people from other countries, and Happy JoJo, and I met other people from Australia, or not met, but talked to other people from Australia, and he's a great person, very good person, and he's a truther. So and so I always and whenever I want to mention somebody, David Banner. Whenever I've been on David Banner's channel, um, um, Happy Jojo comes in there every once in a while, and everyone loves you. Everyone is happy to see you, and me too. I'm always happy to see you in there and in my channel as well. Uh, I don't do all the different things that David Banner's much better than me at is put videos up and music up, but I always like to talk about my own journey or other people like Happy Jojo and here for the comments, and that's cool. And whenever somebody comes in, I always mention their comments because I always love learning about other people because I don't claim to know everything at all. This is my own journey. So, um, yeah. So, everyone has their own journey, and if you discover something, or not discover, but you learn about something that you don't think is right, then question it and say, I'm not sure if I believe in that anymore. And that's my journey. Is like, I don't think I believe in that anymore. And then I change my mind and I say, no more, no more. And I go on my own path, which I am. I'm going on my own journey. And, one thing I have to, since Happy Jojo and here for the comments, I'm going to let you know right now. I have no fear of dying. Once you, once I realize that it's not you, it's not anybody else, it's me. Once I have no fear of dying, I'm that's where my journey started. I'm like, I have no fear. That's why I call it camping, right? But it's not camping, it's survival mode now because I'm sick of this government system that I've lived in all my life and the tyranny of of the government system and the police. I'm done. I'm actually done. And so this is why I'm going through these steps to get out of it. So it's crazy, man. You know, uh, I've been through so much crazy. I'm sorry, I'm going through. I've been through so much crazy shit. I'm sick of it. So it can give you a headache, but now I'm done. I'm done. I'm actually done. So, uh, so I know it's. Um, I might stay on for another hour, but I'm not sure because on my time it's almost 12 a.m. And I know a lot of people from Europe kind of wake up in the morning, or it's their morning. But if they want to join, it's cool. That's why I say I'll stay up for a bit. I wish I could play some music uh, but if not, it's cool. But Ohio, yeah. So I want to talk about you for a little bit here for the comments. Ohio, yeah, I've been to Ohio before, and I remember going to Columbus, Columbus, Ohio, and big city, right? It's kind of a big city, or at least for me it was. And when I went in there, I didn't really know where to go, right? I was young. Uh, but it seemed like a cool place. I have no idea. I don't live there. I never lived there, but but I think a lot of the places in America. See, I'll talk about this for a little bit. Um, people call. call this, or people who live in America or the United States, yeah, they call it the United, the United States, right? United. I'm going to emphasize that word, United States. Why would they call it the United States? Because I've been I've traveled through different states, and every state is different to me because I've talked to different people, and laws are different, right? Not that I'm breaking any laws or anything. It's just like when I've gone to, let's say, I'll say this, when I've gone to Virginia, I've gone to Virginia and I've ordered like waffles, let's say, or pancakes or waffles, and it's all white people, right? And I'm white skinned. I look white skinned, right? But then they look at me so differently. Like, what would you like? And I can see by the eyes, the way they look at me. They look, I'm like, I'm not part of where they're from. Like, so what? I'm not. I'm just traveling. I don't want to explain to them. And I'm kind to them. Like, yeah, can I have this? And I look at the menu. I'm like, I would like this one, number 3 or number 5, whatever they put it on the menu. And then they're like, okay, and they bring me something different, and I don't even complain. I'm just hungry, so I eat it, and it tastes horrible, to be honest with you. But I eat it because I'm hungry. But then I don't want to make it like racist, because there is still racism out there. So it's not the United States. It should be called, truthfully, the divided states, because we are divided. And I've been through other states and they say, "What's your name?" "Oh, my name is Ricardo." They're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "From here. I was born here." And I've heard people say, "Go back to your country." Well, this is my country, even though I don't care about this country. So it's disgusting how people treat other people because they think they're better than them, because they think, or they believe, they don't think, they believe that we they believe that this is their country, but they don't know the history of how Europeans, sort of, whatever they want to call it, discovered, because it's not discovered. Christopher Columbus supposedly discovered. That's the American history book that says Christopher Columbus discovered America. How? How do you see? I'm getting angry now. How do you discover a piece of land, any piece of land, when there's people living there already? You know, and when I was a kid, I questioned the teacher, and she sent me to the principal's office. Said, basically, don't question her. And it's disgusting how the indoctrination system that we live in is disgusting. You know, and uh, so yeah, I'm sorry for going on a rant there, but it does make me angry, uh, with that, kind of conversation, because I've been through it so many times, and then uh, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can calm down a little bit. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So back to the camping trip. It's not a camping trip. It's gonna be like an not an experiment, but just a trial. And then I've already sort of set up my tent once or twice. And so, and I, again, I bought a sleeping bag, which I um, have, and I did pull it out. I have to um, sleep in it for a night or two. I'm gonna open up the flashlight that I bought. So I'm gonna, it's gonna help me with this first basic start because it'll help me build muscles and strength to live out there. And I want to show you the flashlight that I actually had to rebuy. So because I don't know where it went, I think it was because I lost it or somebody stole it. So you can see it's ooh shoot, see how bright it is. So it's kind of cool because the cool thing about this flashlight is because I don't need to um, buy batteries on it. It lasts for like 8 hours, as I've heard or I saw or read. So I'm not. It's not like I'm going to use it for 8 hours, right? I'm going to use it maybe 1 or 2 hours at a time at the most, and then not even at the most, like maybe half an hour, 30 minutes, and then I can actually, without buying a flashlight, I can see which way does it open up this way. So I can put my USB drive in here and redo it that or recharge it that way. Um, and then again, I'm gonna repeat this again. I bought a serrated knife, which is like they're cheap. Like, see, I'm gonna show you serrated knife. This is the way I'm gonna cut my fish. Um, and I'm glad that I've learned from different people that have subbed my channel that they taught me how to do it. Like Tommy Rogers, great guy. Um, even Happy Jojo has taught me that. Um, Chillsters also has posted videos of survival mode, right? And that's I appreciate all of you. Uh, so, but in my video that I posted, I want to remind you all, just real quick. I want to remind you all in the video at about close before when I started walking out of the woods, it wasn't a real woods. It was just trees, right? That were pretty much dead. A lot of them were dead branches. Um, as I was walking out, I saw the sun, and I love the sun, right? As I was walking out, I was like, because one of the things that I love to post is the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, wow. I was so surprised because I love posting those videos. Or not even, it's not even a video, it's my own site that I see the moon in the sky at the same time with the sun. And it was almost setting. But when, the heliocentric model is broken down by that one proof, by many proofs. When you study the heliocentric model and the rotate, they tell you, see, it kind of makes me sick that they teach you the rotation of the ball and how the moon is sort of following the sun, and then when the full moon is underneath the ball, it shouldn't exist, right? Just study the heliocentric model. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's crazy, man. It will blow your mind. Um, and I've talked to other flat earthers or truthers, and they say the same thing. I mean, it's not that I believe them. I know the heliocentric model, and I love posting videos about the moon and the sun and sky at the same time because it that's one of the proofs that 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 shows that we do not live on a ball or on a globe. Yeah. So that's been possibly my biggest journey in my life uh, up until now, which will never go away. Will never go away. Um, the other one is the government system that we all live in, where where we have to pay money constantly. One thing I always say is um, we pay to be born, right? When I was born, I was a baby. I was born in a hospital. It was paid for me to be born, right? And they probably gave me vaccines and all that, which I'm not going to go into that because I don't want this channel or this stream to go down. And then you pay to be born, or we all get paid to be born unless you're born in like some sort of taxi or something, or wherever at home. But then when you pay to be born, you born, and then you get like this birth certificate, right? And when you get this birth certificate, you that birth certificate is now you are owned by the country and the state. So without that birth certificate, you can't do anything. You can't get a job. You can't go to school, which is the indoctrination system. The job is the government system. And then once you use your birth certificate to do all that to live in this government system, then you can't drive without that social security card in America. And then now you're not just born, you're in a slave into this government system because of that birth certificate and all that. And when you get that license, right, then then if you get a ticket, right, if you go speeding or whatever ticket you want, whatever ticket you get, uh, you have to pay for that ticket because you did not abide by the speeding limits of whatever the police, the tyranny of the police say, or the government system says 55 miles an hour. You go 60, boom, you get ticketed because they're waiting. They're waiting for you to get a ticket to go over that speed. Little things like that, you know? Um, and it's crazy, man. And that's why I'm not trying, I will get out of this government system. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. You know, so, you know, if you don't understand what I'm saying, Go do your own research. Or not, to me, it's not a research. It's my life experience, and I'm sick of it, man. I'm done. I'm done with this stuff. I'm too old. I'm not even old. I'm 50, right? If I was too old, I would be like 70, right? But I'm sick of yeah, I always say govern your ment, govern your mind. They mock all of us with government, right? And it's just disgusting. I'm sick of it. I should have done this long time ago. Now I'm doing it, and I'm happy. So that's why it wasn't just a video. This is my new life, and whatever money that I have left, the currency that they create uh, for people, for anybody, uh, that's the last currency that I'm gonna have. And you know, if I get a job, which I did apply for a job, I'm gonna use the last currency of that job, and then move move somewhere, because that's all I wanted to do with that. That's all I'm gonna do with that. If I even do it. If not, if I don't get that stupid job, then I'm going to just I'm not even gonna say where I'm moving, because I want this to be disclosed. Uh, my own family, my own immediate family won't even know where I'm going. So, yeah, so that's where I'm at. Um, Me either. Okay. Probably in the same way that we're united, we're all different, but we're all friends here. Yeah. See, here's the thing. Here for comments, like if we were all the same, it would be like a cult, right? And I've talked about this before, not maybe on my channel, but another person's channel where I was a mod for, and I would always say, if we were all on that, believe in every single thing about everything, it would be like a cult. We might as well go to church, in the same church, or be satanic, or whatever you want to believe in. Maybe it's not good or evil, however you want to put it. But if we all believed in the same thing, which I know I don't, because there's different things where I've gone onto different channels, and I was like, wait, I don't understand that. And I've gotten angry about it, because then it doesn't make sense, right? And one thing, when I say it doesn't make sense, is I say it's not common sense. Just like a child, when a child is born, uh, they don't know anything, right? They don't know anything. They just believe, they trust the mother, they trust whatever is going on, or their father, their parents, if they are true parents, they trust whatever they say. And that's what they grew up in. They grew up in. And uh, and then they trust a baby or a child doesn't know anything. They cry. They need security. They need a blanket. They need maybe a bottle of water, a bottle of milk, or food. They need hugs. They need kisses, or whatever. They need love, right? that's what a that's the way we were all born. We just need love and warmth and food. And that's exactly where I want to go. I want to go back to being a child. And even though I'm a grown man, I'm 50 years old. I want to go back to that time period where I was like I didn't know anything, even though I know a lot, right? I don't claim to know everything. I don't say you're wrong, or sometimes I do say you're wrong, but uh, when I say that, it's because then it starts like why people ask me or somebody asks me why do you think I'm wrong? I'm like because of this or that, and it's not. It shouldn't be I mean, it could be a debate, right? But I don't like debates because I don't claim to know everything. Again, I'm going to keep repeating that. I don't claim to know everything. You know, I'm going to go back to a comment that somebody made when I was on my live stream, and somebody, I don't know who it was, asked me, "Do you know what your are you?" No, I'm sorry. The question was, Are your thoughts your own?" That was an easy answer for me. I was like, "No, my thoughts are not my own because I don't claim to know everything." When I was born, my parents gave me thoughts. When I went to school, the teachers gave me thoughts. When I learned about the government system, they gave me thoughts. And politics, they gave me thoughts. But then I got to a point where I said, I don't believe that anymore. I don't you're lying. Is basically what I did. You've lied to me. And I started going through my own path. Religion is a big one right here. Religion divides people, in my opinion. If you claim yourself to be in one Bible or in one, I call it a book, and it's just faith, right? If you believe in faith, good, good for you. Just don't push it on me because I grew up uh, in in a Bible that my parents uh, still believe in, right? And I decided, when I went to college, and the reason I mention college, it's not about the degree or anything like that. It's about meeting other people from different paths, about different religions. And when I learned about people who are Muslim, and their Quran, and Buddhist, and all that, and Christians, and they all thought differently about Catholicism, is the way I call it now. And I was like, wait a minute, which one is right? That's when I was like, boom, I'm out with religion or a certain book. I just call it a book now. I don't call it a Bible. I call it's a book of your own faith. Now, if your faith is to survive yourself, now that's something different than you're trying to survive. And if you've been treated wrong in your life and you rely on this book, whatever book it is, good for you. It's not for me. Not for me. I'm just saying I don't hate religion, just don't push it on me. And and the other thing I've talked about before is Religion can divide people, and it has created wars like Palestine and Israel. It's created wars about who's right or which one's right and which one's wrong, and it's that's not a good way to do it. That's why I got away from religion. Uh, I don't have faith. I have. I don't even have beliefs. I have knowings. I know that I exist. You know, I know that water exists. I know that the moon exists. I know that the sun exists. I know that we are there, that we are created, that this is a creation. I don't care about a book. I can see with my own eyes. Water's not, it's, you know, the other thing I always talk about is the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory? Really? Nothing, there was nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, Big Bang, infinite planets, infinite space, infinite galaxies, black holes, all that. It's all BS, man. Don't I used to believe in I used to watch Star Trek, for example. I used to believe in all that. And then, it's hard to wake up from it. It's hard to wake up from it. I'm glad I finally did. And I finally got to meet a lot of friends that did the same thing. Uh, and they actually did more research than I did. And it was cool. It was so cool. And it's still cool. So, um, uh, I'm gonna keep posting videos or maybe do live streams. Um, let's see, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's or today is Friday now on my time, 12:03 my time. Um, so I might go back out to the pond that I posted the video on, and maybe maybe walk there without my camping stuff, and just clear a space without videotaping it, and for me to pitch a tent, and then I'll I don't know if I can do a live stream, see if I can have Wi-Fi through my laptop, which where I'm at right now, my laptop. So if I can do it that way, I'll do it. And then I I got a good suggestion from someone. No, it was. Let me look. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you. Somebody said 5:33. I think it was Chelsters or somebody. Um, I'm not sure who it was. Sorry, I can't remember. Um, Probably in the same way. You're united, we're all different, right? That's what that show is about. I've never seen it. Okay. Well, like for me, my life is not a show. It's my life. So if you picture it as a show, it's cool, fine. But I'm gonna show you things, real life things about when I'm out there. And if I like I say, if I die, I die. I have no fear. I have no fear anymore. You know, um, one other thing I wanted to mention is I mean, I used to wrestle when I was a kid, and I did learn a little bit of boxing. But one thing I learned when I was watching a live stream video, or I'm sorry, not a live stream, but I looked up how to defend yourself in case somebody wants to fight you, and I learned different moves. So that's one thing. It's about survival. So um, that's I'm going on that path to survive. So I'm gonna keep mentioning that word, survival mode, to survive. So I'm learning different things. I'm learning how to fish, how to cook for myself without paying to go to store to do it, right? And I'm learning how to build my own fire to live that way. And again, I'm learning how to survive. So um, so anyway, yeah, the Big Bang Theory. I mean, I was responding to your mentioning the Big Bang Theory. Okay, well, good. Yeah, the Big Bang Theory is all bullshit. I'm sorry to swear, but it is. It does. A kid cannot understand it. I mean, they will, just like when a kid loves Santa Claus, right? Oh, Santa Claus can bring me a lot of presents. He's gonna travel through uh through whatever the sky with 12 reindeer, and he goes through every chimney to you know to put down presents and all that, and then kids put milk and cookies, and it's all fantasy. The tooth fairy, it's all BS. I mean, you know, people who believe. I mean, kids. Like when I realized, or when I was young, really young, and somebody told me Santa Claus is fake, I was traumatized. Right, as a kid, you're like, oh, I believed in that. That's how they trick you. They trick you into believing Santa Claus, the fairy, tooth fairy, and the globe, that you live on a ball. So people who believe they think on a ball, they live on a ball, they still believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, so to speak. It's crazy. I don't, you have to get over that. You know, Kids who have common sense know that their parents gave it to them, gave them their presents, and they write down in the gift card or wherever, Santa Claus brought you this present. They're like, oh, thank you, Santa Claus. Where is he? Nope. It was your parents. It was the people that love you. But their parents, they're programmed also to make their kids believe in this fairy tale. That's so Santa Claus exists, right? And I can go into this really deep because to me, Santa Claus is sort of has been created to monetize. It's a business, um, to make people pay to buy presents for the kids because it's supposedly a happy place for their kids to get more presents, right? What I say is what I've said in years, many years, is I say if you love someone, or if you love your kids, let's say, just tell them you love them. They don't need a gift. Their gift is your hug and your love. Say I love you. That's it. That's all I can say. It's that simple. Give a smile to their face. Hold their hand. Whatever. If they cry, say everything's gonna be okay. What else? You don't need to give them a toy or anything. Just show them that you love them. That's all it is. What's wrong with that? There's no material things that are gonna bring joy to someone. It's just a toy. It's just a material thing, right? The real thing is giving them a physical hug, a physical hug, not through the phone, right? Not through the phone. It's, well, you can say it through the phone, but the best thing is to give them a hug like this, or soft. Give them a soft hug. That's all. Just pat them on the back. And if they're your kid, give them a kiss on the cheek. Something, whatever you want. However you however you have a good relationship with your kids, you know, that's it. So anyway, thank you here for the comments. You're a mod now. Thank you for joining. Happy Georgia. You're always a good person that comes in here. And we've been friends for a while, or so to speak, uh, through my channel and through David Banner's channel. So I think I'm going to end the live stream because I'm actually kind of tired. You can hear my voice. When I speak too much, it starts to get a little raspy sometimes. Um, especially, I was in the cold earlier in the pond, and I was out there, and I was, yeah. So the cold kind of can get to my throat. Uh, so anyway, I love you both as friends, as brothers, or yeah, as brothers. So I hope you both have a great night or day or afternoon. Happy Georgia. I know you're an Aussie, so I know it's going to be sort of a nighttime, I think, for you, or afternoon. I'm sorry, afternoon. Um, you're in Ohio, so it's late for you. It's like 1:18 over there. So thank you for joining, and make sure you smash that like button because I always want, and the only reason is because I always want new people to come in, and you guys, both of you as mods, I want you to make sure that you control the new people that come in. As far, me as well. But sometimes as I'm talking, I'm not going to be able to see that. So okay, all right. Well, maybe I'll come on later on in the afternoon or sometime later when more people come in. And but again, make sure you smash that like button, and because again, it'll create more people, new people to come in, and and then we can all enjoy the new people that come in to see where they're coming from and their journey and what their journey is. So thank you both of you for coming in. Thank you for smashing that like button. And what I always say or I try to say, is take care of yourselves, protect yourselves, and be kind to everyone. So bye everyone. Bye all of you, both of you, and anybody who smashed that like button. Thank you so much.